Hey guys, I'm Geek. In this video, I wanted to share my personal review so far for the Galaxy Z Fold 7 a year later. Yes, a year ago, the Z Fold 7 actually came out. Got it on day one. Really been loving it since then. So I just want to give you guys an update on how it feels playing this or using this device a year later. First of all, the screen on the inside is 8 inches, right? AMOLED, 120 hertz. So when it comes to using the screen, this screen still a year later still looks really good. Of course, one thing a lot of people are going to ask is about that crease. Yes, Z Fold devices will always have a crease. Yes, maybe newer models will have it less, but they will always have creases. That's something that I always expect from foldable phones. It doesn't matter if it's the flip phone or the normal fold. If it folds, it's gonna have a crease. So for me, I really don't care. And when you're using this device, when you're watching videos and playing video games, that's the less thing that you're actually paying attention to. So for me, the crease for me is not an issue. Yes, it's there, but for me, it's not an issue when you're actually using the device. What case I'm using here, I left the case, that way you guys can see the case that I'm actually using. This is the SUPCASE UB Pro that I've been using recently, but the case that I've been really using the most, it has been this one right here, the POETIC. I really love it because it has this adjustable kickstand. I really love it. And like you see, this is actually all scuffed up because I've dropped my phone without a case, with the case. If it wasn't because of the case, oh my god, I would have a cracked screen already, and that would have been messed up because, you know, this is an expensive device, and I always tell people, protect your investment. You know, this is an expensive device. A lot of people complain, why would I put a case on a device that looks so thin? Well, because it's expensive. And if once you drop this and the screen breaks, or the unit screen, something happens, or the cameras mess up, yeah, it's your fault. So yes, I always recommend to get a case, and always get a good case that actually protects it, because I've dropped this phone a couple times. I would say more than 5 times. And I've been scared of it being cracked, and it has been really good. The outer screen, what you see right here, is actually 6.5 inches. Same thing, AMOLED, 120 hertz, and very awesome. I use a lot this phone. I've been using it a lot with this closed screen, because compared to the other models like the Z Fold 6 and 5, it is a little bit more wider. I have no complaints whatsoever. And of course, you know, especially when you add some cool wallpapers, it just makes the screen look beautiful. And since it's AMOLED, it's just always gonna look great. And yeah, this is how I use the phone a lot. When I have it opened, the number one way that I use my phone is, for example, if I have YouTube open, right, I could go ahead and open another application like Instagram. And this is how I normally use my phone during the whole year. This is how I'm actually using the phone if I'm not watching a video full screen, or if I'm not playing a video game. This is how I interact with my phone when I'm actually using the phone open. And I just flip between apps like that, and over here I'll be having like a video playing right there, and that's the way I really like it. So yeah, I really love this screen and the foldable phones. And you know, just because of this function right here, it's kind of hard to actually go back to a normal phone. That's why I really love the Z Fold devices. Now when it comes to the hinges, this device has also totally a year later has still been very good. These hinges feel like they on day one. Samsung did a great job with these hinges, because I opened this phone a lot during the whole year, and the quality of these hinges are very good. Now when it comes to performance, this device actually has the Snapdragon 8 Elite, 12 gigabytes of RAM, and still, since day one, this device still performs very good. I have no problems playing video games on this device, and believe me when I say this device, it's still going to be good years later, because the Snapdragon 8 Elite is actually a very good device, combined with the 12 gigabytes of RAM and the GPU and the screen quality and all that. Everything feels really nice here. So if you're a little bit worried about the performance you're gonna get if you get this device used, believe me, you're still gonna have a device that's gonna last you a couple more years. And who knows, maybe it could last you 5 years and you still have a device that performs really, really good. Now, of course, with the cameras, it's actually pretty good. I have no complaints whatsoever. Yes, I take a lot of pictures and videos with this camera and still have no problems whatsoever. The camera that I always use the less is the inner camera, which I think is a 10 megapixel camera. I couldn't even tell you because I barely ever use that camera at all. The number one camera that I use is the back. And of course, if we're taking selfies, I actually use the front camera right here. But yeah, cameras, when it comes to that, I wouldn't complain. Now, when it comes to the battery, that's the only thing I would actually complain a little bit about this device, because this device never got a battery upgrade. I think since the Z Fold 5, I think we've been seeing 4400 milliamp hour battery. So yes, this has a 4400 milliamp hour battery, and I always charge it at least once a day. Like, I take it off the charger early in the morning, and during my day I charge it once completely again, and then it lasts me the whole day until I actually go to sleep. But yeah, if I'm playing a lot of games and watching a lot of videos, sometimes I'll actually be charging this device twice before I actually go to bed again during that day. So yeah, when it comes to the battery life, this is the only thing that I would say that I wish it got a bigger upgrade. Now, of course, the other accessory that I use a lot when I'm playing video games, especially those video games that are very friendly when it comes to controllers, is this one right here. This is the abxylute S8. And I really like the ones with Bluetooth when it comes to Z Fold devices, because with these, you could just place the smartphone right in the middle, and this is how it would look. When it comes to the ones that have the USB-C ports, which is my preferred way to actually use controllers, but the problem is when you put a controller that has the USB-C port, it would be over here. This is how it would look, and for me it just looks weird as hell. So yeah, if you ask me which kind of gamepads do I prefer the most when I'm playing on the Z Fold devices, not the other regular phones, on the Z Fold devices, is actually the ones that are Bluetooth, and it's because I could just have my device right there smack in the middle, and it just feels like a more normal device. So yeah, that's why this controller is the number one controller I've been using this year, and I really, really, really like it. Of course, there's other options from GameSir and all that, but I really prefer this one because of the way it actually feels. The other thing that I've been using a lot when I'm charging is this right here. This is from Charge. I think it's from Charge or Surge, something like that. And what I really like about this one, I already did a video for this, is that you plug it in like that, and it has a little screen right there. So yeah, this is the charger that I'm actually using, and this is 140 watts. So it has enough power to actually power your smartphone, your Nintendo Switch, or even handheld gaming devices. So yeah, this is one of the chargers that I use the most. Now, if you're asking me if I'm gonna be upgrading to the new Z Fold 8 devices, so the answer is yes, but not to the regular Z Fold 8 device. Now, keep in mind, for the new models, it hasn't been confirmed by Samsung yet, but it's actually been confirmed via leaks. The model that looks just like this one, which is going to be the successor to this one, the Z Fold 8, is actually going to be known as the Z Fold 8 Ultra, because the Z Fold 8 is actually going to be the shorter one, the one that's going to have the wider screen out in the front. It's going to have, I think it's like a 5.5 inch screen. It's going to be like Passport look like, and it's going to be way better. I can't wait to try it out because it's going to feel like a different new form factor. And that's the one that I would actually upgrade to, because I like to watch a lot of videos, and I also like to play a lot of video games. And my only complaint about playing video games here is that a lot of games are actually made for 16:9 or 16:10 screens. So a lot of times the screen or the video games is going to be zoomed in. So it's going to be basically cutting a lot of, or cropping a lot of portions of the game so it can occupy the whole screen. And with the Z Fold 8, which is actually going to be the wide, gameplay there is going to be better. gameplay in there is going to be better because it's wider inner screen. So we should be able to have a better experience when we're playing video games. Same thing goes when you're watching videos as well. So yeah, this is a year that if we're just talking about the Z Fold 8, just like this form factor, I think this is a year that I would actually skip and keep this one for at least another more year. But since we're talking about the 8 wide, yes, I would actually upgrade to the 8 wide just because it's a new form factor. And the upgrade is actually going to feel better because the screen, the inner and the outer screen, is going to be very different from this one. So yes, I would definitely be upgrading to the wide. Other than that, I have to say I've really been loving this phone. It's one of my favorite phones this year. Definitely, I've been loving it. And like I said, if it wasn't for the 8 wide, I would be skipping the 8 and keeping this one for at least another year. I've done it before. And Samsung, when it comes to quality, build quality, believe me, they will last you more than a year or more than a couple years. And I think the Z Fold 4, was it the Z Fold 4? I think I skipped 2 models. Then I got the Z Fold 6. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching this video. Let me know in the comments what you think about the Z Fold 7 so far. And are you upgrading to the Z Fold 8 or 8 Ultra? And what you think about my personal review for this device. If you have any questions, of course, leave it in the comments. And of course, I'll leave links in my descriptions for a couple cases and chargers that I love to use with my Z Fold device. Thanks for watching, guys. Till next time. Bye-bye.